And so, yeah, there's just a lot of things about anime fans that annoy me a little bit.
You haven't really named many, though.
Trying
Name
to think
one.
of some more. It's really like incidental, the things. A lot of it is like the, okay, so for example, weeaboo culture, like white people, say living in Australia, they'll refer to their friends as like senpai or like Govinda-san, Govinda-kun.
But you're white.
Yeah, and
And
it's
in
like
Australia, yeah.
it's not appropriate. Sure, in Japan that's appropriate, even if you're visiting, but here with no context, it's really weird.
It's like people who like refer to things and then say, like, again, I make coffee, and someone will come up who is a white Australian and ask for like, could I please have a espresso?
Oh,
And I'm
yes,
like,
yes.
Sorry, what?
That's
Nice.
good fun.
Could I? Hey mate, how you going? Yeah, I'm just looking for a short macchiato. And I'm like, fuck off.
This sort of expands to like video games as well. There's a lot of like fans. I'm sort of guilty of it as well. Like I bought a PC recently, the PC Master Race. This whole thing, it's like elitism.
That's the whole nerd thing, though.
It is. There's
Nerds, for some reason, think they're just better than everyone else.
It's like I'm a better, bigger nerd than you, so suck it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
weird. But then I want to be king of the nerds, Govinda. I want to be
I
king
guess
of the
so.
nerds.
I think that just in regards to that anime stuff, like
Yeah.
bronies are pretty bad.
Bronies are pretty rough. I just don't understand bronies.
I'm not sure if that falls under anime, but it's
I guess it does.
still links in.
Are you familiar with this, Govinda?
It's like a subculture, I guess. No, look, you've explained to me before, but for all the viewers, or I say viewers constantly, and I'm going to stick to it.
Yep.
To all the viewers, with the ear viewers,
Yep.
what's a brony?
I'm going to let my good friend Captain Jack Harnley take that one.
Okay, so basically a brony, and I could be wrong here.
I hope
could be
you're
wrong.
not.
We're going to generalize. We're going to offend.
I hope so.
I'd say it's grown adult males who.
Be more offensive. Fat, gross, single virgins.
Yep.
No, well, that's a bit much. Well, maybe it's not.
Who are like
Look it up.
they're fans of My Little Pony, a
Yep.
show that's for children. I would
But
argue.
let's not sell this short. They are more than fans.
Let
Yeah.
him run it.
So that's like this top layer, and then if you go even deeper, there's some that like pick some of the ponies and pretend that they're their girlfriends. Like they have,
They
Stuffed.
sexualize them.
yeah, they have the stuffed ones,
Like
and
the
they sleep
pillows.
with them, and yeah,
And it's like a whole competition about who can involve a stuffed pony more in their life and like
yeah.
proclaim their devotion to it.
They often wear fedoras as well.
Yeah, a lot of them wear
It's big
fedoras.
It's all fallen into place.
It's
now.
like
and the
it's like
neck
a
beard.
It
yeah,
is.
yeah.
It is a full-on subculture. It's
Yeah,
pretty interesting.
I've always had a huge problem with juggalos.
I don't really understand juggalos.
It's just the insane clown posse's fans that all dress up and
But
put
why
fake
like I guess because of the clown posse.
juggle.
But it's
pose.
like that is like a whole
That's random.
lifestyle
That's
like
a whole thing.
where they'll just wear it everywhere.
just like punk though, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but like punk, you're not putting clown makeup on and being a fuckhead.
Just regular makeup. And you just being a douche.
Maybe some of them do.
Look,
Can't
some of
say
them are, but juggalos, I don't get it. What else we got?
Neo-Nazis are pretty bad.
Yeah,
look, you don't read my
neo-Nazis.
mind. I was like, white supremacists can go die.
I feel like they need to understand that they lost.
Yeah, that's more like a political thing. I think like more explicitly like I guess fans of like literature or like, fiction. Like say like Twilight fans. Or maybe like Justin Bieber fans. Like these kind of
Believers. Oh, that's one right
Believers.
there.
That's a good one.
And
But
there's
see,
more and more every day.
I've come around on
I
Justin.
know. We've talked about this.
It was
before.
cool
Why?
and easy to hate on him, and then he did the roast of himself, and that was fun. And then he was in Zoolander 2, and he was pretty great there. It was short cameo, but it was fun. He's
I
a
still
fun
hate him.
man.
Nah, he's not.
Whoever
You
is
know
doing,
what?
whoever he
And
must have got a new
say
PR.
I'll say it. He's got a set of pipes, and he's a fucking good looking
He must
dude.
have got someone new doing his PR because they're doing a good job.
They're doing a good job. Justin's
I
back.
hate him on principle, and I will until the day I die, or he dies, whichever comes first.
I like they play with that in Zoolander 2. Like they kind of play with the whole fact that everyone hates him. And like he's obviously involved in that, and it's great. He can
Yeah,
laugh at himself.
I think as long as as soon as a big celebrity kind of takes the piss out of themselves, it's usually
They're
pretty
instantly cooler. Like it's
good. Yeah. Like Channing Tatum, I hate him so much, but he's pretty good at that.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I like Channing Tatum.
Nah,
actually.
Channing's alright. He's alright, mate.
When he's
I
just
hate him
Danny
so much.
McBride's sex slave in This Is the End. You remember that? Like the world goes post-apocalyptic for 2 days and Channing Tatum's just on a leash.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's chill.
It's good fun.
Cool.
I still hate him though. He's just.
What about when you were a little emo, Govinda?
Oh, one time I wasn't. I had a black shirt on, yes, but I was wearing like. No, I had like a yellow shirt on, but I had Dickies on. I don't know if anyone's out there's not familiar with Dickies, but
Americans are.
They were the punk rock shorts of choice.
Pop punk.
I was wearing like a yellow shirt, some Dickies, and some like thongs, like some pluggers. And I was sitting at a bus stop, and someone drives by and just goes, "You fucking emo!" And I didn't dye my hair. I didn't do anything crazy. I was just sitting at a bus stop.
That's amazing.
That's
It's always stuck with me. Like I remember looking down at myself and just being like, "No, like, swing and a miss, buddy."
I had a bit of the fringe and the tight jeans going on, and I remember just walking somewhere one night, and again, just a carload of dudes just going, well, they called me the F word. I didn't think it was.
You can say it if you're reganting a tale.
Oi, faggot. That's what they said to me.
Man.
And you know what? It hurt. It actually was really painful.
Did you go home and burn all your clothes and...
No, I just put on my fucking Bright Eyes album and
What were you...
cried about it.
that was chill.
Good time. Jack, did you associate with any subcultures when you were a younger man? Now, obviously, you're part of the flying community.
I'd say I dabbled in a couple of different areas. The
Give me
video
one.
games.
Yep.
Video game area,
Yep,
obviously.
yep. Just general geekism.
Yep. Yeah, just general geekism. I used to ride a Modi.
Oh, you're a little fucking...
That
What are they?
was
The
a
dirt,
bit of a
dirt
thing.
devils. What are
we'll
they called?
play that. Yeah. The crusties.
Yeah,
Crusty
crusty.
demons.
You're a little crusty, mate.
Dirt devils.
That's what the ladies call me.
Oh.
Crusty Jack.
I thought it was Dirt Devil.
Either is fine.
Thought you like getting dirty. You know, dirt track without a helmet and all.
Yeah, that's it. No, I was pretty well protected. I'd have the full gear, helmet, gloves.
But it's actually, you don't actually need
Boots.
the protection. I think, like, most of the time you're alright without protection. Like, generally you'll get away with it.
Do you
You
know
just
how
wanna, like,
fast
heaps of
motorbikes
lube.
can go?
I think we're all not on the same page anymore. But continue.
Actually, yeah. Like, what's the fastest you've been on a motorbike? Like, how fast?
Oh,
have you
no
gone?
speedometer. I couldn't even tell you, bro.
Did you
Probably
Did you put a
like,
timer on your thing on your
no.
motorbike?
No, what's it? What?
I heard that you put a clock on your motorbike so you know how many minutes you've ridden the engine for.
Oh no, I didn't have one of those.
Oh, you should.
You should. What kind of tread were you rocking on the tires?
Standard
Do you know the brand of the tire specifically?
Honda.
That was a Honda tire.
Probably.
That's interesting. Was the motorbike a
50-50.
Honda?
I
Yeah.
love that Govinda couldn't definitively say Honda doesn't make
I
tires.
was like, yeah, I couldn't. I want to though.
They would have made at least one tire in the whole life.
At least one. Certainly one.
What color was your motorbike?
Red, because it was a Honda. Fucking.
Do you-
Do you
I'm
even
a,
listen?
no, look, I'm a motorbike noob. I need you to teach me.
We should move on, but I have one more question, Jack. Do
Yep.
do you think your motorbike was faster because it was red?
I did tests on it, and yes.
It was.
It
Hey,
checked
Kale, just a question for you before we continue. You have been on a motorbike, yes?
I've actually hurt myself very badly.
Sorry, that wasn't the question.
Yes.
You've been on a motorbike?
Yes.
Yes, cool. All right, let's move on.
That was it.
I'm going to take the reins here.
Cool.
Are we done with subcultures?
Yeah.
I feel there's so many more people that I don't like.
Oh, well, we can keep going.
No, I can't think
Do we
of
want
it.
to... We don't want to keep going? Can
What
you
about
think?
just
I
mean
just couldn't
people?
think of anything else really that bothered me.
Do you remember?
I just really wanted to talk about cyclists. If anything, should do a whole topic about how shitty cyclists are.
I sort of told my one cyclist story.
My uncle's a cyclist, and I told him how disappointed I was in him.
What about just mean people suck? Like,
Mean people are pretty bad.
I'm not that bad.
You're pretty mean. Was it?
you're lovable.
I got a
mean.
question for you,
Thanks.
Govinda.
I'm like a cheeky scamp,
Yeah.
you know?
It doesn't cut to
Is
heart.
your uncle married?
Yes.
Did he get divorced when he started riding a motorcycle?
No.
I just thought maybe because he was a cyclist, his wife might not have loved him anymore.
Oh, look, I liked where that was going. Like, I think there was a really good I don't know. It was a good base to that joke, and it just kind of didn't amount to anything.
There was an implication. I
There
sort
was,
of backed away.
I think you needed to take that one back to the old Kale workshop and just tinker with that a little bit, and maybe I'll try it again. I'm honestly fucking hating that you have sunglasses on here.
Oh,
I have
tell me about
this
it.
for a little bit?
I have been wearing prescription sunglasses this entire time. Yes.
Kale wears sunglasses that make him look like a blind man because they're not sunglasses, they're regular glasses with sunglass lenses in them.
I just remembered a subculture. Remember the trenchcoat mafia that came about around the time of the Matrix movies? Like the fucking Columbine looking guys would hang around in their trench coats.
All the Columbine looking guys. That's
You know the
fucking
ones.
heavy.
You know the ones. I reckon, Jack, you could be one of those guys.
Wait, the Columbine or the trench coat?
Well, sort of like a shooter. Sort of like a person of interest for the police to keep an eye on.
I will say that I'm a little bit different, but I definitely don't feel like I'm inclined to murder school children.
What do you reckon, Govinda? Could you see it? Can you see him going Columbine?
Kind of. Yeah, you're so quiet. Like, I can imagine, like, if you didn't know us, you would be just in the back corner of a classroom, not saying a word.
Sort of just like whittling a piece of wood.
It would just
with
be
a
one of those
Bowie
things where, like, I can imagine that you would be one of those kids that would get incessantly bullied in school. Like, not like, and I'm not saying like beaten up or anything, but just little things like someone would throw food at you or something, and then just there would be that one day that someone said one thing, nothing out of the ordinary, but it was just that was it.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I'm
all.
actually having bad flashbacks to my
I
early
had many friends.
childhood.
I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just I could imagine you. I could imagine you doing that terrible thing.
Going off the deep end, really.
Nah, what about the smiles though?
Jack, I've got a question for you. If you were to shoot up a school, how would you do it?
Yeah, well, I've actually thought about this pretty. No, just kidding. But yeah, you'd have to have it pretty well planned out.
I think so.
The map of the
What would
school
you
and
like?
that.
Because I think like the only part of the plan you need is I'm going to kill myself at the end.
Well, that's something to consider? Are you going out in a blaze?
Oh, you have to, yeah.
So I think
Have
like
to.
that's all you need to plan.
Oh no, you need to maximize.
Oh, fuck.
You know what's amazing? Luckily, we live in Australia. If we lived in America and we recorded this shit, we'd all be on a list.
Police
somewhere.
would be ducking around saying,
This
"G'day."
is terrible. That
Luckily,
is a terrible
no,
thing
I
we're
don't-
talking about.
in Australia, we couldn't get a gun if we wanted to.
I can sell you one if you want, man.
You know where to
I
get
got
some?
like heaps of guns actually, dude.
A couple of favorites.
Just another blissful day under Australia's draconian gun laws.
All right, moving on. There's a lot of social media out these days.
There is.
There's a lot of it.
You're probably using
You probably
social
are
media
using something.
to listen to this.
Most likely not. I wouldn't call podcasts a social media. I guess you kind of could. It's not
Sort
really
of.
media. Can't interact on the podcast app, but that's neither here nor there.
You could write into a
There's
Gokay
Snapchat.
Quanda. You kind of fucked me there, Govinda.
No, I don't know. It depends how you look at it. I'd almost say that you fucked me. We're just whatever. That's fine.
We
We'll
fucked
talk
each other.
about this after the show.
It's fine.
So you got Snapchat, you got Instagram, you got Facebook. I guess
Can
you
we-
could say MySpace, but
So what's the question?
let me just set it up.
Okay.
So I'd rather
Okay.
you just maybe just not rush me.
I just want to know what your
there's-
question is.
There's all these social media apps that people are using. I'm going to say more and more. No facts to back this up.
That's fine.
And more, I'm getting annoyed by them.
It's annoying you.
It's annoying. It's little things. Like, not all of it. That's cool. Do whatever you want to do. I guess I don't need to use them either, and that's on me.
I think what I'd like to do is go through a list of the big, let's say 4 or 5, and just sort of talk about them a little bit. See how that goes.
Yeah, I just really think you're just hijacking this.
Well, I
wasn't actually done yet.
I actually have a lot of thoughts.
I actually
and,
haven't phrased a question yet. My question to you folks: what are some social media qualms you have? Some things that really annoy you when you're surfing the meds,
The web.
the social meds.
I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah,
It's the abbreviation. That's what really
the
pisses me
soc
off.
meds.
Definitely like the
Let's go. No, I think Kale had a good thing going. Sorry to interrupt.
Please excuse me, Kale. I'm sorry for interrupting.
That's-
No,
I'll
no.
forgive
I
you.
was actually apologizing, interrupting you because you started talking out of turn, and I no. I'm kidding.
Please.
But let's go. Let's go app by app.
App by app. Should we go alphabetically?
No, because that's a lot of thinking that I don't want to do right now. But let's start with the big hitter.